Hey, what's up YouTube? Now, I've been out of town for the last week. I've been on a trip, so I haven't watched any YouTube videos. But before I do, I just thought I'd film a video. I've got a review of this epic Bark River knife. It's the Hudson Bay Camp 2. They're still a good company, right? Like, there hasn't been any scandals or any news that everybody still loves Bark River, right? So you definitely want to buy this piece of shit, right? I'm kidding. I was not able to pull that off, man. Yeah, Bark River is kaput. It's gone, and good riddance. Who cares? I had some Bark River knives. This was their idea of a Hudson Bay pattern. I gotta be honest with you. For the last let me put this down. Oh, you hear that metal grinding? That's the new Bark River, right across the street. Anybody can do it now. You just buy you buy some cheap blanks. You just grind them out and just sell them for $300. Now, I gotta be honest. For like the last few days, I've been like, eating my popcorn, sipping my tea with my pinky out as the knife world burns down. But let's just summarize the events. Bark River was a knife company that was founded and run by Mike Stewart. And here is what they have been accused of doing, and he has even confessed to some of this. Number one, misrepresenting steels. Literally listing a steel as a different steel than what it is. Misrepresenting country of origin. Sorry for the background noise. Country of origin was misrepresented. They ground off the origin stamps on Chinese blade blanks. There's even been talk of some sort of possible mistreatment of the employees, right? Sexual harassment. Somebody was saying that, not confirmed. But this is crazy. First of all, and he was in debt. He was not paying the steel companies. These steel companies refused to ship him steel, so he just bought the steel from China and said it was not the steel that it was. With all the scamming he was doing, how do you not make money? Like, what was he spending the money on, Were you scamming people out of thousands of dollars and using it to hire employees with big bazongas that you could then harass? Holy crap. And he got his employees in on this. He was telling them to grind off the steel stamp and the origin stamp. How did he think this was not going to come out? Especially when he was probably not very nice to his employees. Did he think they would keep his secret? I've seen stuff like this when a person was on drugs, but there's not been that allegation yet. Maybe that's coming. Let's just go full reality TV. We've got the money. We've got possibly a sex connection. We need drugs to go full reality TV. This company was going away anyway. He's getting, I don't know how old he is, but he was getting very, he was going to retire anyway. This would have happened anyway. It's just that now it happened because of this horrible scandal. The last time I bought a Bark River was 2017. All right. So for the last 9 years, I have not bought any Bark Rivers. But the reason I stopped buying Bark River 9 years ago was because the value just wasn't there. The prices kept creeping up and up and up. And I was just like, this isn't, yeah, they have nice handles. They're pretty. But it just wasn't, the value just wasn't there for the money he was charging. When Bark River started coming out with Magna Cut knives, I look at the prices, the color that I wanted, it was $315 for like a gunny, I think they call it. $315 for a Magna Cut. I was like, I'm no way. I'm not paying that. Yeah, I like Magna Cut. I went with a Gerber strong arm in Magna Cut for way less, and I reviewed it. Even before the scandal, I was like, this is not worth it. I'm glad now, because that's probably not even Magna Cut. That just confirmed to me, like, yeah, Bark River hasn't been worth it for a long time. Maybe back in the day. I bought some in 2012. I bought them already used, so I got low prices on them. I might even show you some in this video. Oh, and by the way, you want to see the last blade? It was not a knife. The last Bark River I purchased was this badass barong. Look at this thing. I'm Filipino, I do FMA, and so whatever steel this is, it'll take heads. What steel was this supposed to be? A2. This is supposedly A2. Who knows if it actually is, but that's not, what is that, like a classic high carbon tool steel from back in the day? Like I said, this thing is almost 10 years old. Sometime later I found this, right? This is from Traditional Filipino Weapons. So that's a barong you could buy today. Now that steel is pretty soft actually, but they're made as Marshall blades, not as wood choppers. So yeah, that's a story on the barongs. Now, the fall of Bark River, in the end, this is a good thing. People shouldn't be all depressed. You know how many knife companies there are? Every single week, new brands, new companies, new good knife makers pop up. I mean, we can't just keep adding and not take any away. So when companies fall by the wayside, whether through legitimate competition or self-destructing like Bark River, it's a good thing because it pares things down. Like, yes, the market needs competition, but it doesn't need like a gold rush free-for-all, just chaos, which what it is. So some companies have to go away. So this knife right here is a Bark River Sharpling. I bought this second-hand, so I don't know how much it was supposed to be, but I had bought this around 2012 second-hand on Amazon for a lot lower price than its regular price. Who knows what steel that is? Hey, just for old time's sake, let's carve into something. I mean, this will probably be the last Bark River you ever see on my channel, right? Actually, no. I might use that barong to kill bottles, but as far as any serious woodworker survival, you can't trust the steel, right? This seems to be doing okay. I don't know, maybe I got lucky. Maybe this particular one wasn't fake. Who knows? Doesn't really matter. I don't buy knives to flip them, so I didn't lose any money because I just had not planned to sell any of my, I only have a few Bark Rivers. I've got the barong, the Golok, the Trail Buddy. Oh, this thing like tried to bite me. Splinter tried to bite me. See, that's where I wear gloves, but this was an emergency. I didn't bother getting my gloves because, you know, this is breaking news, motherfucker. Final thoughts on Bark River? I don't think about them at all, really. They're just irrelevant to me. Just another scammer in a dirty industry. Most businesses, most markets are pretty corrupt and pretty dirty when you get right down to it. The knife world is no exception. All it does is peel back the curtain and show you a tiny little bit of the corruption in the industry. It just so happens that Mike was so disturbed that he couldn't get away with what he was doing, but there are smarter scammers out there that probably are just getting away with it because they're, you know, they're evil and dishonest, but they have enough common sense to kind of purvey their crimes or frauds or exaggerations. Let the buyer beware. You got to watch your own ass. These companies are here to make money off you.